Welcome back, PEZ collectors. I have John Devlin back with me today. Thanks, John, for joining me.
It seems like I haven't seen you in such a long time.
Yeah. It's always fun to have you. And,
always fun to be here.
Yeah, we both went to PEZAMANIA, the big PEZ convention in Cleveland, Ohio. Has it been 2 weeks yet?
I think so.
2 weeks? The most fun time all year. Or one of the most fun times. And
I have lots of fun there, and I have lots of fun in Michigan.
Oh yeah, that's why I was like one of the most fun times, because you can go to any PEZ convention and have fun. But we recently went to Cleveland, so that's most fresh in my mind. Yeah. But he bought a lot of really cool vintage PEZ, and so he, very nicely brought them over to share them with you on the channel here. A lot of stuff I don't have in my collection. I have some of the PEZ, but I don't have these color variations, which make a lot of these really unique and special and hard to find, right? Like, more rare. Mm-hmm. And then there's also a couple fantasy pieces that we're going to start with, which those are really, really cool too. So I guess let's get started.
Okay, hey. So in the fantasy world, and there's people that just collect fantasy, I collect pretty much something from every category, but I'll start out with one. This is one of the monster items, and I believe, from what I was told, this head was from a model kit. I don't know that for sure, but it does tilt back. Some of these things can go for as cheap as, I don't know, 10 or 15 bucks to as high as $100. This one was a very good deal. So there's the head of that.
It's freaky.
And people that do the Aurora models will probably recognize that head. So that was my first purchase this year of a fantasy PEZ at the convention.
It actually looks like it's
a regular, I can't
PEZ.
Tell. Right.
Like, here, I don't want to mess with it too much, but like, even the back, like, it looks like it's a working dispenser.
It does tilt and do everything.
It's very nicely done. Whoever did you check the sleeve to see if anyone signed it?
I did, and I did not. Go ahead, you can pull it. I did not have any.
Nothing?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
It's really nicely done.
I'm glad it wasn't, because it probably would have cost me more.
Yeah.
so that was fine. I was happy to get that.
Maybe if you know anything about this, let us know, because
true.
Like who made it, or how many were made, or whatever. I'm gonna slide that in that little spot. So.
This next item, I was in Karen Pakowitz's room, and her husband, Ronnie, he can do a lot of different trucks. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite characters is Peter PEZ, and I've missed out on them. They've been in the room other years, and I missed them. And this year I was able to get one of these. And I think now she actually adds these panels, and they're plastic, that say PEZ on both sides. I think that's a really nice touch. Besides the actual Peter PEZ dispenser, you can see how it just looks like it came from the factory like that. And again, this is a very reasonably priced item. I think these are only like $25. Mm-hmm. And I know I don't have the talent to do that. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah,
and you like Peter PEZ. So.
Yeah, I like Peter PEZ, so that helps. That's like a double special one.
I like these. I have the Spider-Man one that sits there next to you. I bought it in Michigan last year. Not this one, but the one before. And I thought that was the coolest thing.
That is really neat.
She always signs them on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
That's
PEZ
how you
Angel.
know.
Karen Lynn P is what my ear says.
You can't push it from the bottom, so.
This one you can't. You're right. This is one you gotta yank it. Either way.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, very nice. And she makes a lot of other characters besides these two.
And they still roll.
Yeah.
I think PEZ totally missed out on
doing other
these,
things,
like with the trucks. I think they look really neat.
Maybe in the future they'll do those.
Yeah.
That would be a shock.
I would buy them, that's for sure. Yeah. So what else do you have?
Okay, this next item is the company that is a computer company, Compaq. They actually did not get permission to do these. This one's still in the cellophane, that's why it's in this container, but I don't know if you can see the word Compaq.
It's on the stem there.
Yeah. but they actually made their own dispenser. It's in cellophane. It's actually been taped, but I didn't care. I just liked it. That's how it originally came.
Yeah.
I don't know if PEZ sent them a cease and desist letter. I would imagine that they would have, but I don't know for sure. They're kind of hard to find.
Yeah. But I know PEZ didn't make people send them back like they did that.
Not the Prilosec, yeah.
We talked about that a couple videos ago. This one's always really cool. I like the little penguin on there. And it's amazing to me, like, these aren't licensed by PEZ, but they look like PEZ dispensers. I mean,
really do.
Who made these?
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
It always amazes me, like,
yes.
Like you can see the back. I mean,
Where
it has the little kicker and the spine, and it has like all the stuff in there. It looks like it would pop out of PEZ.
Right.
I mean, look, it has like one little line in there different, but it's definitely even like the feet are thinner, but even has the little PEZ feet. I like that. I'll just keep this one.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's not real PEZ. You don't need that in your collection, John. I should find one of these for me because I always like that.
Going from Peter PEZ, now this is, notice I'm going away from that story. So Peter PEZ, this is another Peter PEZ. So if you look around the eyes, that's slightly different than the ones we're used to seeing all the time.
Oh, yeah.
There are different variations of Peter PEZ, and it has to do with the way the eyes are painted, the eyelids or the eyebrows.
Are all the ones with no feet look like this or not? No.
So no foot. Sometimes the eyes will be similar to that, and sometimes they'll look like that one. That one's a little bit harder to find.
The stem color on that's
a little different.
too,
I liked it, yeah.
If you add it to the...
Okay, and the next thing I'll go to is a fat-eared bunny. So I found a fat-eared bunny, and I have these, but whenever I can get these at a reasonable price, I try to pick it up. Some people call this a true pink or dark pink or bubblegum pink, and you really want it the true ones have the sleeve that matches. And really the lighting here doesn't do this justice because this is really a deep pink.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have any up here, probably not.
No, I took all my FEBs.
Well, they're downstairs.
I put them all downstairs because of Easter.
Now down to the dungeon they went.
They'll come back for Easter probably.
Yeah, it's all right.
I like that one a lot. I think that's a nice color combination.
And from there, let's go to... So I got rid of most of my cows. I didn't think I'd miss them, but I do a little bit. I tried to replace some. These two probably look very similar in color, but one is a lot more expensive, and even I have to check. So this version is called a true yellowhead, where the other one is not. There's easy.
Yeah, there you go.
So the one with the light blue horns
this one here
is the true yellow compared to the other one. So the true yellow is going to be higher priced and much harder to find. As a matter of fact, I think there's maybe 6 people that have the true yellow. Certainly less than a dozen of them exist.
It looks nice.
I feel confident saying that.
So when you were at the convention, how did you look at that and go, I'm pretty sure I don't have that, or did you have to get this one to compare?
Well, luckily there was some to compare it with.
Okay.
The person that had these had a lot of these, and I could see this compared to that, and they knew what they had, and it was priced accordingly.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a higher end one, but it was nice to get a couple more cows.
Yeah.
Cow bees.
Because it's different when you're here, but like if I was at the convention, I might second guess, like, am I actually buying
if you couldn't compare
this
it with
color?
anything, it'd be tough.
Yeah.
And that happened to me all the time with elephants. There are so many shades of elephants, and we'll be going into those soon. But the next thing I want to go to is one of Erin's favorite dispensers, and that would be a Panda. And so I've never had the pale Panda. Some call it a pink Panda. I don't know if there's any other names for it. But I've had red Pandas a couple of times. I've had the yellow Pandas. I've never had a pale yellow. I still have never had that. And I've also never had a pale red, which now I do have. So here is my pale red.
This is my favorite buy.
Which I just added. And so looking at that, it's hard to tell, oh, that looks like a typical red Panda.
Yeah.
But then, this is one of Erin's many red pandas. If you see it by comparison,
there you go.
The difference in head, then it's obvious. And then
it's definitely different.
Going through Erin's, she actually had one I'd never seen before either. And this is a panda with the ears are actually reversed. The ears are facing the wrong way on this one. There's the back of the ears, and they should be this way. And they're not, which I think is neat to add to a collection. That it was like that.
Yeah, John pointed that out. I never even noticed.
And Erin could show you some other pandas that she brought up.
So I do have this pale red panda head, but it's on a black stem. So we compared the colors. The heads are really similar, if not exact.
But then we did check the inner sleeves, and they were actually different.
Yeah.
So she's got the prettier inner sleeve than me. Mine is like more of a light.
Yeah, can you tell the color difference? That's one of my favorite parts about these pandas are the sleeve colors.
That's neat. I like the sleeve colors.
I don't know if I ever really noticed the sleeve colors until I started collecting these pandas, and I got a little obsessed with it. My other favorite part about the pandas is I recently realized that I have this panda, and this is like the pale red stem, I would call it. And then check out John's head.
Excuse me?
check out John's panda.
Right.
Check out John's panda head.
She's got the giggles, kids.
Oh, it's the same like pale
It
pink.
is as the stem.
So I think PEZ was.
That's my fault.
So I think PEZ was like, you know, like maybe it's working for the stem, maybe it's working for the head.
I don't know.
I don't know. They did something there,
yeah.
But to me, it's the same pink. If it's not, I mean, it's pretty close. I always think that's fun with that. Yeah. So maybe one day we'll find a pale red head and a pale red stem.
Another variation.
I also have this one, and we bought this before we went to PEZAMANIA, Greg and I, on eBay. On the picture, we thought it was going to have a pale red head and then the red stem, but it came and it has an all red head and a red stem, which is still really, really cool. Like, I'm super happy to get this. But look I need to clean it.
Oh.
Isn't that gross? Like, don't use the magnifying glass.
Yeah, no. You don't need it to see that. That's, yeah.
It's got
that's been around the block.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's been in some bad areas.
Ugh. So there's red and red, and there's pale and red.
Yeah.
So there's just some fun color variations you can look for when you're, shopping for pandas. I do have a white head panda. I brought this one up just in case. On a red stem.
And that's got a light yellow inner sleeve, which
I
think your other one was a pink inner sleeve.
Yeah, had pink. But I brought this one up just to show you that, like, the red stem is really similar to the red head. So it's like, like PEZ, I guess there was a reason for the reds. I don't know. Sometimes you don't know. Like, sometimes it just seems like they just pick a red.
Something to look for now when you're collecting.
Yeah. So that's always
try to get them all.
Yeah. We'll just add these to John's haul.
Right, yeah. Mary would like to see it the other way. It's not coming home.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so from there we're going to go to my big game hunting, which would be elephants.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm out looking for elephants this year, as I do every year. I'm finally slowed down on orange heads because I have too many of those.
Have you though?
Well, yeah. I guess if I find a good deal, I'll buy even more. So this year I was looking more for elephants that had hair, since I don't. And then we've got what I picked up this year were all just pointy hat ones, not the flat hats. So I bought 2 blue pointy hats and one of the green. So we'll show these are the orange pointy hats.
And that stem color, they're even different.
Yeah, I like that. And this one actually is on a USA stem because I don't know why, but it was.
Is that why it's so pretty? It's like really blue. It's like really nice.
So I did pay a premium because it was on a USA stem, but I figured, what the heck? I don't have any with USA. I'll pay for it.
It looks good because like the hat and the stem are like the same color.
Oh, yeah, that was kind of. Or if someone switched it, they wanted it to look that way.
They might have
Worked for me
switched
because
it.
I had a better stem out of it. I would think that if you had a USA stem and you're someone who switched it, you'd be switching it for like an Erie Spectre that didn't have one, because that makes a huge difference on it.
It looks nice.
On an elephant, I don't know if it mattered much. Now on this one, again, another one with the lighter hat, the last of the pointy hats that I bought. And this one actually is wire head in the back, so it's the box type.
Oh, nice.
I like these more. They don't seem to survive as well as the other ones. These tend to get really curved head or broken pins in the back and stuff. This one I paid $125 for, and I bought it mainly because of wire head, and I was wanting to get that color hat. If you're looking for them bad enough, you look for any reason to get them.
That's a nice one. I like that color combination.
All the rest of the next group that we're going to be showing you are all elephants with hair, of which I was searching all over to find. And so yellow, we'll take the yellows out first. And there are 3 yellows, and all 3 of the yellows have different color hair.
There you go. Oh, that's pretty.
And you can tell the one with the green hair, the head is like a shinier, glossier look.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing I start looking at when you start collecting these is like the finish on these plastics.
It can be so different.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when you get these real glossy ones and they're just like so clean and the bright colors, it makes them look newer.
Okay, the next one we'll show are the orange. So we've got a green hair, orange head, and we have a blue hair, orange head. And if you look at the head, it's a
DBP.
That one is a DBP. It's the only one I have now with DBP. So it's a DBP stem, blue hair, and orange head. And then if you look at the way the whole body is shaped, this particular one that I have in my hand, the head actually is the ones that you see on a Yugo, meaning by the corners here. If you look at hers, where the corners meet the stem is sharper, this is smoother. It's actually a whole different mold on this one, which is usually on a Yugoslavia one, but for some reason this one is on a Austria one. And that doesn't mean it hasn't been changed or whatever, but I was happy to get this. Also, you can see the color of this is very different from the others.
Yeah, it's really pretty. Like, he pulled that one out of the box and I was like, I like that. Like, the orange is real bright.
Yeah.
And then the green stem, it reminds me of those chic. I don't know if it's as bright, but it reminds me of like that real bright green you see every once in a while.
Right.
They're both really nice. I like how that's a different mold. That's very neat.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of those, or just are they hard?
Yeah, they're harder
to find.
And some people are never looking for them. So
Yeah.
A lot of the Yugoslavia things, heads are different, just like the Hong Kong things are different. So.
It's so weird that they would change that.
Yeah.
Like, especially for that slight of a change.
Right.
Looks like is a little trunk a little different too,
is.
like a little skinnier.
Skinnier and not at the exact same angle.
Yeah.
Huh. From the back, it's real obvious. From the front, not as much.
That's a really cool. I like that. That's a cool find.
So the next one Erin's got in her hand, that is gray. And
this is nice.
Grays are seem to be harder to find than the yellows or the orange. And that's the red hair. I picked that up just because I liked the way it looked. I think I already have that in my collection. I'm hoping that mine is slightly different because I don't want to get rid of that one. Again, grays seem to be hard to get. Not as hard to get as the hardest one is blue usually, or green. Green is another tough one. And we'll be going to green next.
This color, I like this neon yellow. Isn't that pretty? Like with the dark head.
Very, very nice.
I like that one a lot too. These might be my favorites besides the Panda. And I like the FEB. Okay. Oh, these are all really nice. I feel like I'm back at the PEZ convention looking in these fancy cases all over again. Yeah. Show this one first.
Sure. Now that's also red. It's the green or aqua head, but if you look at the red there compared to the gray one, I don't know if you can tell, they're different shades. So, and that's what I used as a template when I got that. When I saw this other gray, I thought that's different, and it was. So I'm hoping the one I have at home is different than this one.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I won't know till I...
It's crazy, like all these slight color
Differences,
changes.
yes.
Different factories, different,
Put this down here.
I guess different years, different springs.
Right.
But they must have made these for quite a few years.
They did, yes.
It was probably really popular too.
I
Like
think
just
it was,
an elephant
yeah.
probably
And
sold
it
well.
kind of generic can go year round. It's
Yeah.
not a holiday or anything.
And it's not licensed, so they can just
Do as
like
many
mass
as they
produce
want at the time. You'd think they would have done that again, but they have not.
It'd be nice if they could make some like new elephants, not like this, but like a new elephant.
So that is another aqua, which I used to think was a green, but it is not. And again, that's the brown hair. And the next one she'll show you, which is the last one. This next one is actually true green, and you do pay more to get true green.
Look at that. That's
And
so
the
cool.
hair is different on those too.
Like super cool.
I do have a
Like
true
brown.
green in my collection, and when I bought it years ago, I paid basically what I would have paid for an aqua with hair. I didn't know it was as rare as it is now.
When you sold it, did you?
Oh, I still have it in my collection.
Oh,
Most of my elephants have all never
you
left.
have them.
They never left.
The colors on these, like the stems, are just so pretty on a lot of these elephants.
And some
aren't
of
they?
these stems I bought from somebody who gets a lot of things in cellophane and
There you go.
tears them out of the spill. Well, the cellophane's shot,
Really?
so they, take it out because it's already tore up really bad. But no, if it's salvageable, they're gonna leave it in the cello.
I would still leave it in the cello even if the cello bad. As long as the candy's not leaking,
Right.
I'm like, just keep it because I like
So
that.
to get all these dispensers this convention, I actually got there early in the week, did a lot of the buying earlier in the week, but nonetheless, later in the week I found some. And the day of the show I actually saw some. And then once I was back at home and I watched Erin's video of the 2 hours of raw footage while she was there, I found lots, not just these, lots of other PEZ that I wish I would have saw at the convention.
Yeah,
I missed them. So it's nice to watch these videos because then I see what I missed.
Yeah, and then you're like, why didn't I buy that?
Well, why did
It's
I
so much.
miss it? Yeah. And sometimes they're like 1 or 2 booths away from me, and you'd think I would have seen it, but no. Again, when you're in PEZ mode and you're trying to run a booth too, there's a lot of stuff going on.
You're always a dealer at these conventions, and that's like, I don't even know how you do it because that's a lot of work. Just to go to these conventions is a lot
Miriam
of
always
work.
wants me to be a dealer too, but I just assume just do the shopping. But no.
Yeah, you're helping sell Mike's collection,
Well, yes,
so
that definitely is.
that's worth it.
Yes.
And, something good to do.
Right.
You're helping out, but just tiring. Like I don't know how you.
Yep, it's always seems to be something.
I only have enough energy to go and shop and talk to people.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it because you've been gone, but you haven't even showed me what you got in Michigan either.
Correct. I'll
So-
just show that in another video. Yeah.
Can only imagine.
Yeah.
But it seems like Cleveland had a way more vintage PEZ
Well,
for sale, and that's what
yeah,
you
because you're
focus
gonna
more on
have-
those.
You're going to have certain dealers that only go to Ohio. There's a couple of them that
They only
there.
go there.
Yes. So,
They're missing out because
Right.
Michigan is a really good one. A lot of the other ones are.
right. I think
good too.
every convention has their pluses and minuses. And I wish I could go to all of them, but I just can't. So we try to pick a couple to go to every
Same.
year.
It's hard.
Yes.
People who do go to them, I'm like amazed. I'm
I
like,
am too. Yeah. And I see great buys at all the
yeah.
conventions.
Oh yeah.
Some
That's
great
what. Yeah.
things.
You can get. You'll find anything. Like we arrived at Cleveland on Thursday, a couple days after you.
Yeah.
You got there early so you could shop, but there was still like plenty of stuff to shop, so it doesn't matter really.
Yes.
Like if you want to go early and get like super specific things,
All right.
then it's good. But like no matter when you show up, there's plenty to shop. Like it's just nuts, like how much.
Yeah. Also,
There's more PEZ there than people. So John, out of all these new PEZ that you got at PEZAMANIA,
Yes.
like what's your favorite? Like what's the one you were like, I'm so glad I got that, because there's a lot of really fun color variations that you don't normally see.
You would be right on here. So it's these
Okay.
guys.
Both of those.
So when you go here and you stick this one up, this would be. I just make sure, because even for me, this is the true yellow.
The yellow head.
Yes.
That's nice.
So I like that, and I like the true green.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was going to be between that one or this one.
Yeah, it was those two. This would be the other.
The other true green.
But my all-time favorite elephant is blue with white hair that I got through John Laspina a year or two ago. I never thought I'd get that one. And in 32 years, back then, it was at conventions and stuff. It only came up 2 or 3 times, and that was the first time I was at a place where I could physically buy it. The other times it was there, by the time I got to the room, it was sold.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a lot of really cool ones here. I don't know if I can just pick one, but...
And at the convention, there was lots and lots of very rare vintage PEZ. More than I'd ever seen at a convention in 1 year.
That's what... I was thinking that, too.
That's
Like, there was a
fact.
lot.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. There were some major collections for sale.
Is that why?
I believe so, yes.
So it's a good time to buy some vintage.
I think so, yes.
Well, thanks for joining me today. Anything else you want to add about any of these?
No. I think I've said everything I can about these. I do like the way that stem, like you were talking, it really glows from here.
It's really
It's semi-transparent from the back. But then also I wanted to say something about you can always get some of Erin's merch.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
wearing a shirt that you can get on.
Have my Panda shirt on.
Yes.
Always have like the art.
There's 25 of these that exist, and there's 50 of these that exist. And if you buy one, they are numbered, and you get a little card with them that looks like this. This is number 4 of 25.
Yeah. And you can tell me a number that you want. Like, I don't always just sell them in order. And there you go. That one has it too.
Number 2.
Yeah, this is number 2. I brought this one to Michigan, but it didn't sell. But this one is cool because I like Legos, Thor, and PEZ. So it's like a combination of all 3 of those. And that's the Lego ship that you can get. I think Lego still sells it. But I built that, and then I put the Thor PEZ in. I took the picture, and I cut it all out in Photoshop and, add the background. So if you watched Thor Love and Thunder, you'll know like what this is referencing, because that's what this is all from. So
I think Erin said if you wanted the frame version, it would be like $10 extra.
Yeah. Like on the website, I just have them loose. But John said I should sell them in frames, so I've been trying to do that.
Frame better.
Yeah,
myself.
Well, it helps because then if you have it, you don't have to frame it. But
don't do anything but hang it up.
Yeah, but otherwise you can get these frames.
They already have the little hang things. So.
Oh yeah, they're super easy to hang up. Yeah. And otherwise you can just go on Amazon and buy a frame.
You could.
But some people don't have Amazon or they don't want to deal with it, so it comes all packaged for you. And then these are for sale on my website, so ErinCollectsPEZ.com. And I always appreciate all the support. I know John, he bought one of those, and
yes, happy to have it.
He hangs it in his family room.
It's in the bedroom. When I go to church, I pray to this.
I got all those chick PEZ from you. Or Greg bought them for me for Christmas one year, so I always like those.
I get to see them whenever I come here.
Yeah, those are some of my favorite.
I get to see them at home because I have the same poster.
Yeah. You'll have to get some royalties if I sell some stuff.
Oh, right. I don't want royalties. Thank you very much. I'm just happy to come here and have fun.
Talk PEZ. We get to talk PEZ all day. So
we can. I know I can. I'm never bored of this.
Yeah, for sure.
My wife would be.
Not me. Well, thanks, John, for joining me today.
Happy to be here, as I said.
And we're going to be doing more haul videos. If you haven't seen John's other haul video, you should check it out. We did a whole M2 machines, PEZ hauler, like trucks and little cars. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you're going to want to check out that video. And we have more to come. I haven't even seen what else he brought. He brought 5 boxes full of stuff he bought at PEZAMANIA.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah. Awesome PEZ stuff. Usually stuff like this that I don't have in my collection. So I appreciate you bringing everything over and sharing it with the viewers, because I'm sure you guys don't typically get to see this stuff either. So
okay.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.